Mel Norton, our mayor, I'm sure you know him, posted a question on Facebook recently, just last week. And the question was, why did you choose St. John? Or why do you stay in St. John? Why did you choose to move here? So basically, why St. John? And I thought, oh, Mel, you and I should get together because I could talk about this. We should have a long, long chat. That's a question that reverberates around my brain pretty much constantly, and every day I think down at the studio. As you can probably tell, place is a central theme of my work. I'm always trying to figure out ways to interpret place and how it relates to the idea of home, relates to the idea of landscape, which it turns out is tough stuff in an urban setting. Cities are complicated. I read once that urban spaces are made up of fields of accumulated meanings. So that's memory on top of memory, old landmarks raised for new ones, graffiti spray painted over graffiti, people coming and going, things going up, things coming down, going in, coming out. So urban identity is transient. So it's shifting, changing all the time. That's what makes it so hard to pin down. And that's what I deal with in my work, or I try to anyway. Give me about another 40 years and I'll crack this urban nut. So I'm looking to capture the essence of my urban place, which happens to be St. John, on a two-dimensional surface, building up layer, layer, layer on the canvas, much the same way that a city is built layer, layer, layer. So to put it really simply, I really dig stuff like cranes and fire escapes, scaffolding, graffiti, I think I mentioned that already, cranes, did I say that? Tankers, I love tankers. Anybody who follows my work, yeah, I paint a lot of tankers. Basically, things that move in and out of the urban landscape is the stuff that captivates me. And it also happens to be the stuff that's often concealed or painted over, edited out, things that don't appear in the tourism brochure. So that's the stuff that I like. Basically, my rule is if it's not in the tourism brochure, I'll probably really dig it. I did a master's in art history at Queen's, which was a perfect university, full of perfect students on a perfectly manicured campus in a perfect town on a perfect lake. And it was so boring, so boring. And so sure, some parts of St. John are not quite like Kingston. They're maybe less than aesthetically ideal. But you know what? I really like the grit. I like the decaying bits of old piers in the harbor and the tugboats and the odd characters, you all know who I'm talking about, and our rough and tumble South End, because perfection is boring and flaw is character. Flaw is character. And that's my answer to Mel's question, why St. John? Because flaw is character. And this flawed city that we're in has seeped into my bones, for good or ill, and as such has seeped into my work. I graduated from Queen's in 2009 and opened my studio here in St. John in 2010, which means I've been in business for more than 5 years, which is woohoo, 5 years, yay. In that time, I've shown my work in Toronto and France. I've picked up permanent representation at a gallery in Halifax. Turns out they really like tankers too, which is great, match made in heaven. I've received several Arts MB grants to pursue some of my more abstract ideas, which is the large piece over here. I'm looking at city grids and urban plans. This year, I now have 2 operational studios. My first employee, I bought a building for my gallery. Like I said, it barely counts as a building, but still, it's a building. It's actually 1 block away. It's on Duke Street, Duke and Germain. You can't miss it. Actually, you can. Don't blink. Don't blink. Going down Duke Street. There's a gallery hop next Friday night, and if you haven't been on one of our gallery hops, May 22nd, they're great. It's a chance to see what the St. John Arts community has to offer, which is a lot. So I highly recommend the gallery hops. I took this accelerator program to help me plan for the next phase of my art career. I wanted to transition gracefully from an emerging artist to a mid-career artist. And through my truly, truly incredible mentor that I've been connected with through ArtsLink and some of the other speakers we've had, I've reaffirmed my belief that it's entirely possible to live and work as a professional artist in New Brunswick. I can create my work here and thrive on this incredible community sport. I mean, look at this room, this is wonderful. And create my work here and then take it anywhere. Work can go anywhere in the world. So my final words to you, come to the gallery hops, visit lots of art studios, maybe watch some tankers. And if you're ever stumped on Mel's question, why St. John, please, I invite you to keep tabs on my work because I plan to have lots of answers. Thank you.